Merry meet Virgo. Virgo sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Virgos starting today, the 3rd of February, 2024. I am today reading with the Stone Visconti Tarot by Lily Stone, and I've already purified with this 300-year-old formula for eau de cologne. You can find a video on how to make that cologne. Also, these are not available for purchase because they're currently out of print, but I did link to where you can find other wonderful tarot decks, and you can find those links in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating on YouTube is the lovely Shirley, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Deline. Thank you so much, Shirley and Deline, and thank you Virgos and friends of Virgos for joining us. If you're watching on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch me shuffle, you can just use the timestamp in the video description to fast forward to the reading. If you are watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. And you can watch on Twitch without any ads simply by subscribing to us there. This does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, it may not be meant for you. In that case, just disregard the reading and check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs. Or just listen to the general reading for all signs every day but Monday. And we also have a weekly pick a card reading that comes out every Sunday. You can find the most recent restreams of all of those readings right in the video, on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com, just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. I don't read with card reversal, so you'll see me flipping cards right side up if they come in upside down. It's just how I prefer to read. Did you know that we have a weekly tarot class on our main channel, on the main Ariel Gatoga channel? So if you go to our website, our website, but also our YouTube channel, you can find a link for that. That's every Tuesday. So if you like to read tarot, you want to maybe learn a little bit more about what I do with the tarot, every Tuesday, and that's at 9:45 a.m. Pacific. Hope you join us. Thank you so much for being here, Virgo. I so appreciate you. And I'm going to just shuffle a little bit more because this is now the shuffling channel. I'm not going to read for you. I'm just going to shuffle. Just kidding. All right. One more time. I think it should be good. And then I will give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Virgos. Starting today, the 3rd of February, 2024. Starting out with a, 3, 6, 7 of Wands and a 3 of Swords. Let's flip you up where I can see you. And a King of Coins. Okay, that's a mixed bag, isn't it? Well, it seems like your career's taken a turn for the better, or your work, some kind of creative work, something that's important to you, is taking a turn for the better. But you're grappling with some pain. You're grappling with some sort of loss. And if this is a loss of a relationship or a loved one or a pet or something like that, I am so sorry. I really am. And I understand how painful that can be. No matter what the loss is, it can be very challenging to go through. And that's the part of this world, one of the parts of this world that is just so insidious is the need for tragedy here. It won't work without tragedy. And it's just an awful part of how this world of ours is set up. So I am really sorry if that's what you're going through. It will pass. It is passing. It won't last forever. And if you're honoring your grief and going through it, good for you. Very, very good for you. I don't see anything, well, we're going to open it up. I don't see anything in here about you doing anything other than going through it. So, I'm going to be here with you right now to make you, I support you. I support you. I don't know what that's worth for you, but I do support you. All right. So we have this wonderful King of Coins. So on the other side of all of that pain that you're going through, or even in the background of all that pain, there's some good stuff going on, Virgo. Whatever this upgrade was, this positive change, seems like it's bringing some solid financial help or I don't even know if it's help, some solid financial assurance, because this King of Coins is you. This is you being very, very prosperous, very good with physical assets, frequently money, not always money. So you're doing great even in spite of, or sometimes the pain that we experience is sometimes even if you are going through grief. I know one of my coping mechanisms when I'm grieving is to just really lean into my work and get even more successful. And as long as you're doing that in a way that's healthy, I support that. I support that. You do you. There's no wrong way to do this other than avoiding it. And it doesn't look like you're avoiding whatever you're going through. And for some of you, it's probably not as big of a tragedy, as big of a grieving process as with others. So, I'm really talking to you that are going through it though. And I feel for you. Okay. So we've got a Hanged Man, which we barely can get into the shot there, followed by, wonderful, this Justice card. See, everything's turning out beautifully for you, but we knew that. And here's the Devil card again. So the Devil card here, let's start with the past, because I want to make sure that I get this properly. This Hanged Man card is you doing that self-sacrifice where somehow you can't live fully if somebody else is suffering. And it's also, that's one way that this can manifest. Another way this can manifest is you thinking that you have to put up with things that you don't have to put up with just because you don't know how to say no, or because you're afraid to say no. And both can be true. You don't have to sacrifice yourself. You don't. Because you can serve, you can help, you can be there for people without hanging by a foot. And just because you're there to serve people and help people doesn't mean they get to do whatever they want to you. Doesn't mean that you don't get to still say no and put up those boundaries and all of that. So this is you using your sacred power of no, especially since you're going through it, many of you. So you don't have to, you don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody an explanation about why you're feeling the way you're feeling. You don't have to put on a brave face. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can just be where you are, because right now what's happening is the universe is rebalancing in your favor. And things are really coming into focus in a really positive way. Even in the midst of whatever this pain is that you're going through, this loss, things are moving into balance for you. And there's going to be a lot of evidence of that very soon. But it's going to be hard for you to see it with this Devil card if you're not willing to open your mind. Because even though you're going through it now, it doesn't mean that that's the reality forever. And you have to be willing, when your grieving is complete, to give it up and to not keep perpetuating it. So it can be a very delicate balance, because you don't want to rush through your grieving process if that's what you're going through, but you also don't want to keep recreating it out of habit, because that's what the Devil wants you to do. The Devil is all about attachments. And if you are making decisions about the world based on the pain that you're going through, or based on the fact that you feel like you're immobile, that you have no voice, or that you can't say no to certain things, if you're making decisions about the world based on those ideas, then you're going to project that onto the screen of space and interact with that. And then it's going to be very challenging for you to have the experience of this divine restitution that is your birthright. Right? You're going to believe in things that aren't really true. And it's understandable, but you have to ask for a higher wisdom to come in, especially when you're going through stuff. Because the higher wisdom isn't going to say, oh, get over it. That's not going to be the higher wisdom. The higher wisdom is going to say, yeah, you have to go through this, and we're here with you, and we're also we're also directing you out of it. We're leading you gently out of it so that you can see the truth. And the truth is that you're cared for, that you're loved, and that the universe is bending in your favor because that's what you deserve. So things that were lost, things that were taken, things that maybe you were unfairly treated, or whatever it was that is causing you to go through what you're going through, that divine law of restitution is working on your behalf, and those things will be returned to you with interest. Maybe not in their same form, and maybe not from the sources that you think took them or are responsible for this, but they will be returned with interest nonetheless. But you have to be in a state of mind that is receptive to that. And the devil doesn't do that. The devil wants you to be very focused on certain things so that your mind isn't open to other alternatives, other options. And she, this divine law of restitution, the goddess of restitution, has a lot of other options than you don't that you don't know about. Because the devil wants you to believe that you know everything. That's its tricky superpower. And when I say the devil, I'm talking about the devil card. I'm not talking about a religious devil. The devil card is representing that part of the mind that wants you to believe that you know everything already. So you don't need to have an open mind. You already know everything. You're not wrong. You're right. Don't let anybody tell you differently, that you're right. You're right. You're right. Divine law of restitution is saying, ooh, you're going to have so much better time if you want to be wrong about this. It's going to be so much nicer for you if you want to be wrong about the decisions that you've made, because I have so many other ideas for you that you're going to just love, but I can't come in and force you. So you have to crack your mind open a little bit and be willing. This is the divine law of restitution talking. You have to crack your mind open a bit and be willing to know that maybe there's another way, that maybe there are ways that are beyond your understanding right now. And maybe you don't know everything. So, and I'm not saying, Virgo, that you're going around saying, I know everything, I know everything. I'm just talking about that little voice inside the head that wants you to not open your mind. It's just like, oh, you know what this means. You know what that means. You know what this is. You don't have to question anything. You don't have to question anything. And the divine law of restitution is saying, if you could question everything, that'll give me an entry point so that I can deliver you all of the gifts that I have for you, because they're gifts that are restitution for that which was lost. And so we're giving you not only what you lost, but then some, and then some. So it's just a new way of opening your mind so that you can be in this King of Coins experience, not in this devil experience. That you can say no to things and people and ways, and say no to yourself too. And ultimately, this pain that you're going through is going to vanish. It will pass. And when it passes, we want it to pass so that you recognize that the world is there for you, not something that is an illusion or a projection based on a lot of these painful experiences that will resolve. But once they resolve, we don't want to perpetuate them, right? Once they resolve, we want them to disappear like mist in the morning, so that what is revealed is that restitution, is that success, is that joy, is that happiness. Because that is your birthright, by the way, to be happy. And that's exactly what the universe wants for you. So let's keep our mind open. Get all the support you need with whatever you're going through. Don't feel bad or wrong about what you're going through. Be loving, kind, and nurturing with yourself, but do say no to anything that is cruel. And that includes any cruel ideas that you're coming up with for yourself, too. You don't need to be mean to yourself. You need to be patient and loving with yourself and let in that divine law of restitution that really wants you happy. And that's there for you. But you have to give up your ideas about what you know to be true. Because we don't want to know what's true. We want to be taught what's true. We want our minds opened. We want to see things differently. We want to see the truth. And that's exactly what's waiting for you. And you're going to do great. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Delene and Shirley. And we will see you in 2 weeks, Virgo. Blessed be.